This is the story of a YouTuber, a kid from Culiacan. Luxury cars, jokes, races, millions of followers. An influencer filming his life. A life that looks too easy, too fast, too bright. But behind the laughter, there are tears for a friend. El Nini, head of security for the Chapitos. Behind the vlogs, a burned house. Restaurants riddled with bullets. Death flyers with his face marked collaborator. And behind the fame, a murdered brother. So one question becomes inevitable. Is Mexico's first influencer a drug trafficker? I'm Victor, your storyteller. Let's dive together into the life of an influencer who became a target. Culiacan, the global capital of drug trafficking. That's where Marcos Eduardo Castro Cardenas is born, a regular kid, growing up among pickup trucks, corridos, and gunfire. In 2019, he launches his YouTube channel. One goal, make people laugh. He creates his universe, lost toys, friends, gags. His brother Kevin, also known as KC Toys, Cars, XS. And it works. Fast, too fast, millions of subscribers, viral videos, extreme challenges, Mustangs, Corvettes, Raptors, an ostentatious lifestyle that captivates the masses, and a nickname, the Black Sheep, the insolent kid who defies everything. But in the shadows, one question keeps coming back. Where does the money come from? Because from his very first videos, Markitos already shows sports cars, ranches, parties, jewelry, cash, travel. How does a beginner YouTuber finance all of this? Rentals, family wealth, or something else? No one asks out loud, but rumors spread, again and again, and then his life shifts from entertainment to war. Fame arrives, and trouble follows. 2020, Markitos organizes an illegal race on Cerritos Beach. License plate-free Mustang, camera rolling. Police intervene. Fine. Car seized. He smiles at the camera, walks away without serious consequences. 2023, Culiacan Airport, speeding, a wild police chase, ends in handcuffs. The videos go viral, public outrage erupts, and yet, he's released. Just a verbal warning, surprising. For some, he's a protected star. For others, proof that someone is already backing him. Who and why? Then comes the sentence. A podcast clip. A childhood confession. As a kid, I wanted to be a narco. Not a cop. Not a firefighter. A narco. I wanted the cars, the money, the respect. He smiles when he says it. Analysts don't. Because in Culiacan, that dream is never innocent. And above all, behind the dream, there is a friend. Nestor Isidro El Nini Perez, head of security for the Chapitos, the feared sons of El Chapo, one of the most violent men in the Sinaloa cartel. In November 2023, El Nini is arrested. Markitos breaks down on Instagram, in tears. I love you, brother. Thank you for everything. Everything. A word that will haunt him. Because in the narco world, you don't thank a war chief for everything. Markitos defends himself. Having powerful friends doesn't make me a bad person. But the country no longer believes him. The shadow of the Sinaloa cartel falls over him. In 2024, Sinaloa erupts. El Mayo is arrested. The Sinaloa cartel implodes. The Chapitos clash with the Mayos. Check out my video about this internal war. Markitos posts a video that shocks his followers. His message: residents should put up with this wave of violence without protesting, because, whether we like it or not, it's drug trafficking that keeps the money flowing around here. He argues that the best customers of local businesses are linked to organized crime, implying that the economy has long benefited from cartel money. These comments normalize narco violence. Culiacan is becoming a battlefield where you have to choose sides, and Markitos is already labeled as close to the Chapitos. The war catches up, with him and everyone around him. Late November 2024, Miguel Vivanco, known as El Jasper, YouTuber, close friend, kidnapped, tortured, found dead. 2 days later, 2 sushi restaurants owned by the brothers Ranch Roll are attacked simultaneously. Culiacan, Mazatlan, same night, gunfire, fire. The message is clear, you are a target too. Days later, rumors explode. Markitos Toys and KC Toys have been kidnapped. Fear, panic, false alarm. But paranoia sets in. December 9th, 2024. Another Culiacan influencer, El Gordo Perucci, is shot dead in the street. January 8th, 2025, 6 p.m. A 10-man hit squad arrives at the family home. The house is riddled with bullets, then set on fire. Luckily, no family members are inside. The guard is kidnapped, released hours later. On the sidewalk, initials carved into the cement. MF, Markitos Flaco, leader of the rival faction. A warning, a promise. But the worst comes on March 28th, 2025. His brother, Gale Toys, is having dinner at a restaurant in Ensenada. Gunmen enter, 15 shots. He dies on the spot. 2 days later, a narco banner appears in Culiacan. Any toy who sets foot in Culiacan will be waiting. We don't want rats or snitches. Signed, MF. Markitos understands. Culiacan is no longer home. It's a potential grave. He must flee. Investigations, doubts, and contradictions. So, is Markitos Toys a drug trafficker? Financial authorities investigate. A list of 64 influencers suspected of money laundering. Markitos is on it. Accused of fronting cartel money, boosted views, bots, merchandising, sponsorships, clean money, maybe not so clean. He denies everything. Investigate me. I have nothing to hide. But he files for legal protection, an injunction, a move that says everything without saying a word. A campaign of intimidation by the cartels is making his case worse. Flyers are being dropped from planes over Culiacan, accusing 25 public figures, YouTubers, TikTokers, and musicians of aiding crime and laundering money for Los Chapitos. On this list are Markitos Toys, his brother, his sister, and other members of the gang. 7 people on this list were murdered by Markitos Flaco. Markitos flees Sinaloa, passes through Europe, returns to Mexico, but never to Culiacan. He keeps posting videos, horses, cars, races, the Lost Toys brand. But something has changed. The smile is harder, locations are secret, and the shadow of the cartels hangs over every thumbnail. So, is Markitos Toys a narco? No, not officially. No conviction, no direct proof. But his life, his friends, his enemies, his dead, his escape, tell another story. The story of an influencer caught in a war bigger than himself. A man who wanted to entertain and ended up trapped between 2 cartels. According to some journalists involved in Los Chapitos money laundering operations, he is. Despite this cartel war and the pressure he is under, he continues to be active on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where he continues to rack up millions of views. I hope you enjoyed this profile. Do you think Markitos Toys is involved? Let me know in the comments which profile you'd like to see next. I'm all ears. Subscribe to follow the latest cartel news, and right now I have 2 new videos on Mexican cartels for you. You can also dive back into the story of the King of Cocaine with our mini biographical series dedicated to Pablo Emilio Escobar. This is Victor, your storyteller.